Hi, I'm Emma, and I'm really proud to tell you that I have helped well over 1,000 children get free from bedwetting with my Stop Bedwetting for Good program. That's a 98.6% success rate. I understand how you're feeling because I have been there myself. My son was 10 before he was dry. And after you get to about 6 or 7, it's miserable for a child. They can't go to sleepovers, they can't go on holidays with their friends, they can't do anything for fear of being found out. It really is something that people just do not talk about. And of course, as a parent, you don't want to worry them, so you don't talk about it too much. You just carry on with your fingers crossed, hoping it's going to be okay. And then you start trying everything. And if you're like me, you literally have tried everything. I think we tried, when I say tried everything, we tried even past life regression. It was ridiculous. The only thing I wouldn't try was drugs. I just didn't want to put him through that. And finally, after finding so much contradictory information on the internet, I settled on a program that just seemed, because it guaranteed the result. I put my hand very deep in my pocket and spent $4,000 on an online program getting him dry. Well, happy days, it worked. But that's not right. We shouldn't have to spend $4,000 to get our child free from bedwetting. So I got onto a mission, and I went ahead and bought all the research myself, went back to the original sources of research, and really knuckled down what are the causes, what happens, how is it that you can get your child dry. And that, combined with my psychology degree and my parenting books, meant that it was really easy for me to put together a program that is guaranteed to get your child dry. And that's how it came to be. So will they grow out of it? Well, most children naturally develop the necessary awareness and control needed to sleep through the night without wetting. And studies show that 15% of children grow out of it each year. However, once they get to 6 or 7 and still wet the bed frequently, it's time to act. Personally, I waited until my son was 10, which caused far more misery than we actually needed to. So yes, a lot of children grow out of it, but some don't. And 3% of 18-year-olds are still wetting the bed occasionally. Sometimes I even have adults in their 30s contact me for help. And I'm sure you couldn't bear your child turning into that adult. And the problem is, we just don't know who is going to grow out of it and who's not. So the big question is, how do you stop bedwetting? And there is no one thing that stops bedwetting. And that's really where most programs go wrong, because you're advised use an alarm, then that doesn't work, or you're advised lift at night, and that definitely doesn't work. And actually the key to it is a very specific combination. It's essentially 4 different things. There are pelvic floor exercises. There is the correct use of an alarm. There's bladder stretching exercises, and there's the coaching and encouragement that you can do with your child to get them really motivated and stay motivated to do the program properly. And those are all things that I teach you specifically how to do in this program. Occasionally, I get phone calls where a parent phones me up and says, "I'm afraid your program isn't working." And when I ask them very specific questions, 99 times out of 100, the reason it isn't working is because they are not following the instructions properly. And that's what's so critical, is that you follow the instructions step by step that I lay out very specifically. And if you follow those instructions, your child will get dry. I urge you to take action now to end your child's misery and the misery that you go through as a family. So the most important thing for me is that your child gets dry. And because of that, I am really happy and willing to give you your money back if it doesn't work. So there is absolutely nothing to wait for. Go ahead and get the program now. So scroll right down to the bottom of the page, Read the testimonials that other parents have said about the program and the success it's brought them. And click on the Buy Now button to get instant access to the program and start tonight.